Alright, everybody. Make sure to like, subscribe, and go follow me on Rumble as we play more Nine Kings. And that's right, I'm back to making 2 videos a day. Anyways, I've actually been looking into video games a lot recently. And I've seen there was a game that's popular for a small bit of time. It was, That's Not My Neighbor, or something like that. And, so basically, there's been a lot of games like that game nowadays. Like, the most popular one I know of is No, I'm Not Human. But there is, like, other smaller games that are in the works for a game like that. Like, Static Dread and... what's it called? Static Dread and Do No Harm. Although Do No Harm's actually out as a full game, but I did watch someone play the demo of that. But yeah, there's been a lot of games up and coming about that, and it does very much so interest me a lot. Because I'm wondering if it'll become like a big new sort of thing, those types of games. Or if it will die out or become like a smaller sort of... still beloved, but not wide mainstream video games. Cemetery is actually not that bad. I would get splicing, but that's not really that good now. That's better, because that's just gonna that's gonna give us free level ups and everything. What I'm doing here is I want to go... I'm fighting... no, not the King of Nature. I do want to fight the King of Nature, actually, that way I can get more, rats. Let's turn the volume just a little bit. Alright, yeah, the last converter upgrade, and that's max level. Anyways, I'm gonna go full on rats for this run. I want to get super strong rats. Even though the rats only did 5 damage, trust me, it's fine. Our processing. Alright, that's pretty good, because it's gonna level up. I'm hoping here and here. All 3 of those. Alright, that's not bad. We can put something there. I'm gonna put cemetery here, but then I'm actually gonna put down another cemetery next to it. And then I'm going to sacrifice it. With overhaul to just upgrade it. The converter is actually pretty good. And because we put a cemetery next to the rats, our rats got turned into imps when they died. So not that bad. Reinforce. Reinforce. You know what? I'm gonna do it. Put it on the rats. That's 3 stacks of it. Plus this is an easy fight. And the next one is where we declare war. Another cemetery, thank you. It's time to wage war against another king. Alright, I'm gonna re-roll this. Roll again. Okay, fine. King of Spells is not that bad. I would have preferred the King of Nature, but the game has denied me the right. Wonder, does that mean we'll get 2 imps whenever one of these guys dies? Probably. Yeah, we are. The imps can handle that. Honestly, they really can. Because they're pretty good cannon fodder. I don't know why, but everything seems smaller. I don't think that's right. Alright, you know what? I'm just gonna kill these wizards back here real quick. Especially that shaman. The shaman's dangerous. Now we can go back to blasting the warlocks. And there we go! But I am hoping that those type of games like No, I'm Not Human and... well, really just that game, really, because that's really the big one of this genre so far. I really think it's an interesting game. I hope that gets more popularity. And we see more games like that, because it's a very interesting game, and it doesn't... it's not that difficult. Those sort of games. It's not like you need to master some specific skill to be able to play the game. Alright, Defender, sure. Yeah. I mean, this stuff's gonna get a level up, so we really shouldn't have upgraded the cemetery to max. That was actually a waste of our money. Well, it's not money, it's... I don't know what it is, actually. I don't think I've ever actually seen the demons attack. I'm not sure they do. I'm not sure what they do, actually. Alright. Now we're gonna get this here, because it's gonna be more of that. Let's get more Executioners, because that also levels up these guys and gives them more damage. Actually, I should probably stay back here and... Now, here's the thing, the King of Greed is a very hard fight for us, really. With early game, this build. King of Greed is very hard, especially how the rats don't get targeted by their normal guys. I mean, it really wants me to just do more cemeteries. But I don't really see how I can do that. Anyways, I'm gonna get minus touch on these guys. And look at that, we got more minus touch and one more, shock, or whatever it's called. And unfortunately, they were able to kill the rats. I noticed these guys seem to really just completely ignore the converted rats. Which is bad, because because here's the problem, I don't actually see the rats fight. Okay, we're not doing good. This is bad. Maybe going into rats only was a bad idea. Oh my goodness. I mean, they're level 13, but they still kind of suck. And they really don't have much damage either. I feel like we really need to fight the King of Nature. That's what we needed. Because then we could have gotten more rats faster. I'm gonna grab the Mangler, but I'm not actually gonna use it. I'm gonna have to scrap this. Alright, you know what? I'm gonna take out these guys. Maybe we need Frankenstein, because that will turn the rats into bombers instead. And I feel like that would be better. Not because bombers are just better units, but because then they'll get more of a use, the rats. Although they did a little bit, you know, a little bit. Not much. Because those guys are actually max level, so let's put more defenders down there. Alright, hoping this does good. Yeah, that wasn't that bad. Imps, sure. We're gonna have our imps turn into imps when they die. Okay, yeah, we're getting demolished by the King of Greed. Well, actually, no, okay, actually, it's because of our cemetery. That's what's putting in all the work here. It's really the cemetery. Actually, the rats are doing really good. I'm not sure how. I think it's just because we have overwhelming numbers. That's our real strategy. We have overwhelming numbers. That's what we have. The enemy don't have anything on us. Although they actually just killed half of our units. More than half, actually. It's because most of them are rats. Or imps. I have hiccups, and it's bad. Yeah, we lose. Well, that happens, you know? Yeah, I just suck with the King of Progress. I can't use any of his cards correctly. Alright, well then... We haven't really played King of Stone that much, have we? You know what? We could build the wall. We could just go and end up building walls. That is true, Noah. But then there's the King of Magic. I haven't actually gone... You know what? We're gonna do King of Magic. What we're gonna do is we're gonna get one of this, one of that, and 3 of this. The reason we're doing that is now we have a 1% chance, you know, to do this, 5% chance to do this insta-kills. And we're really gonna focus on spells. Like magic. Okay, yeah. Yeah. Library. Warlock. Give him combustion. Give him vampirism. We're gonna super buff our units. That's what we're doing here. We're gonna super buff them. They're not just gonna be strong, they're gonna be super buff. That's how strong they're gonna be. They're gonna be so strong that we'll take over the entire world. I'm just gonna grab a trebuchet. I probably shouldn't have put it there. And it's also been failing this entire time, but there's no real... Actually, no, it has actually done it 2 times. It's proc 2 times. The only amount of... No. Your buildings apply their effect one more time. That's great. Look at that, another stack of vampirism. These guys are gonna live forever. Literally, because they do damage with so many units. None of them are gonna die. Citadel upgrade, that's nice. We're gonna do an offering of that trebuchet there. We're gonna get the Citadel. We're gonna upgrade this. And we're actually gonna do that. And the reason we're doing that is because we're gonna use overhaul on it to upgrade when we need it. Because these guys are level... Yeah, they're 1 level away. But we're gonna get, like, wizards soon. Well, actually, we, please be, like, right there. No, it's right there. They always put these things in the worst spots for me. Actually, you know what? More warlocks! We're gonna have 2 things of warlocks, which means one of them's gonna be way stronger than others, but, you know, that's just how it is. And there we go. Wizards. Okay, you know what? Yeah, sure. Okay, now we're gonna use overhaul one of the wizards. And I'm hoping, not the wizards, the warlock. This one specifically, because whichever one of these 2 does less damage is getting sacrificed. All right, these guys are getting sacrificed. Time to wage war against another king. King of nothing, thank you. All right, you guys are getting sacrificed. And there we go, we got an upgrade there and an upgrade there. There's a method to the madness, alright? There is. And there we go, they're all dead. They're all dead. You know, I've never actually seen a game like this before. Actually, more health would be nice on these warlocks. Look at that, they got 5 stacks of combustion and 8 stacks of vampirism. These guys are never gonna die. Unless they get all hit at once to die, you know? Cause like, these guys will die. These guys are never gonna die. Quarry, let's see here. I think knights. Knights are good. Knights are very good. Put that there and put a... I keep forgetting these are actually called soldiers and not knights. I call them knights because that's what they remind me of, but they're just soldiers. But you know, we're back to doing 2 videos a day, which is something I've not been able to do since I got sick that one time, and my views dropped a lot, actually. But you know, we're back to doing 2 videos a day, that's what we're going to try to do. Might not be able to do it forever, but I'm going to try to. I'll try to do it as long as I can. Offering. Honestly, there's really no point in having the quarry. Overhaul. More warlocks. Yeah. Now we have 24 warlocks. Which warlocks are actually pretty good. They have a decent amount of health. Low damage. But they do area of effect damage. It's really where they shine. Because they're basically mobile bombs that constantly blow up. Ah, there we go. Last Citadel upgrade. Alright, now, for a land we want to expand to, I'm gonna say here. Hey, oh wow, we have 10 stacks of vampirism on these guys. And 7 stacks of combustion. We really need to get more stuff on them, the way they can get more perks. Like, we need steel coat. That's what we really need on them, steel coat. Because we can get like 12 stacks of that stuff. Shaman, yes. Put him over there. I mean, the Shaman mostly got killed by the Longbowmen, but, you know, that's fine. And also, these soldiers are definitely helping the Warlocks. And in fact, they're actually outperforming the Warlocks. Which is crazy, because they literally have nothing but being max level. There we go, overwork. Again. And then we put that there. There we go, we have 12 things of vampirism, alright. Like, honestly, these guys are really just there to take the damage while the soldiers attack, and... yeah. The soldiers are the ones who are winning me this war. It's quite a sad thing to say. When I put all my buffs onto the warlocks. Maybe I should just... shuffle? No. Change my view to these soldiers instead. Because they seem to be doing far better. Static. I mean, listen, everybody's outperforming the warlocks, and, you know, it just has to be done, alright? We can't keep going on like this. The warlocks, they're just not delivering. It's like, I ordered a pizza from the warlocks, but they just never really arrive, you know? When they do, they have a cold pizza. For the knights, they give me a pizza, you know? It's not cold. It's a great pizza. Alright, Cauldron would actually be very good here. Peacetime. Oh yeah, failed, because it's right there. I should actually probably put the combustion thing on, like, the knights, so when they die they, like, explode or something. Or actually, I think the warlocks would be better. Because I'm pretty sure it's based off max HP, unless it's based off damage. If it's based on damage, then yeah, the knights are just better. We also seem to have an easy time tearing down the entire King of Nature's, we just murder him. He's just dead. Another forest, alright. 10% of its HP. That. So now, their job is to explode upon death for 8 damage. Not much, but listen, 8 damage is a lot. It's a lot if you think about it. Because of how many warlocks we have that are just gonna die because, I don't know, they're stupid or something. Look at that, we did infinity damage to so many of them. They're all dead. Library? Oh, we already have a library. That's right. We already have them maxed out. More combustion. Honestly, these guys really just need steel coats. See, now they're doing damage, and the reason they're doing damage is because they're exploding on death. See, but now they're good. Now they're good because they explode. And they have more HP and do poison. See? I knew what I was doing. Alright, now... here? Oh, no, that's right, it was a library I was gonna do that with. Alright, well... steel coat. And now I really just have to hope the library procs that. Yep. We got another stack of steel coat. That's probably the most powerful thing you can copy, honestly, because it completely negates the first instance of damage. So if we have 20 of those, we could negate 20 hits on each unit. Which means the more units we have, the more units we have, you know? The more units we have, the more murder we can commit. And you know, here at Nowhere Incorporated, we're all about increasing efficiency while decreasing workloads. So we're gonna get more of these guys, you know, that way they're not overworked, you know? We at Noah Incorporated don't want our workers stressing over things, you know? Because stress is bad. It hurts. Look at that. 3 coats of steel. 4 things of explosion. 14 things of vampirism, and 13 things of combustion. So not only these guys are exploding on death, but when they kill something, it explodes as well. Although their pathetic damage is what's holding them back. But how do we fix that? Let me think. I don't know how to fix that. More libraries. These would be the strangest libraries I've ever seen. Like, who leaves 2 bookshelves next to each other in the middle of nowhere and calls it a library? Also, why are the bookshelves massive? Like, these books? These are huge books. I'm telling you, because this is literally the size of our citadel. And the books can make up like half of that if you stack them on top of each other. More static on these guys. There we go, more static. And these guys just have 6 stacks of static. Look, see, all of our warlocks survived that because they had coats of steel, alright? And our knights are actually able to do a lot of damage now. But now our warlocks doing thousands of damage. It's amazing. We could build a wall. I do want to do that. I like building walls. I'll make peace with the King of Stone. He's not really offering me anything I exactly want. But I wonder, does that... It does. Oh my god. You can up the amount of health the wall maker has. We can increase the health of the wall. We have to do it. I'm gonna do a run eventually where I play the King of Stone and I go full on and I'm building the wall. Alright? Walls and towers. And maybe some trappers. But like, no like, units really. That's not what we're gonna lean into, you know? It's genius. It's brilliant. Look at that, we have 42 of these guys, and look at all the stacks of stuff they have. I wonder if 15's the max, because there's 2 15s here. I hope it's not. It's kind of lame if it is. But dude, warlocks, amazing. I think what the warlocks are really doing is just blowing up. If we're being honest here, I think that's really how they're doing most of their damage, is by blowing up and that blowing up causing more blowing ups. They're all just exploding and dying. And dying is bad. It is very bad. And there we go. We got 4 of that, so apparently we've done that twice now. Alright. And yeah, so the good thing about the elves is that they're gonna target all our wizards. And if the wizards are dying, then nothing else is. You know, what we really need here is, like, paladins to also take the first hit for these guys. Actually, we don't need that, because we have... 5 steel coats. Clone. There we go, and we can actually overinvest in these guys. No, 15 is not the max, because we have 16 stacks of vampirism. I mean, we're healing for 160% of the damage we do. That is amazing. I really do hope we get more coats of steel, because that's probably the strongest one we have. Midas Touch would be nice to get on these guys, but I don't think we're going to be able to get that. You know what? Oh, accidentally, I clicked the wrong thing. I would have preferred to get another coat of steel. Well, let's open up that. Let's just overinvest. Okay, yeah, they're doing 0.75 more damage. Because remember, the more that we get of their damage, the more damage they'll do. But they have a lot of health. That's really their benefit here. We need them to get more health. And also, our wall has a lot of health as well. You see, we have to get the wall to be stronger, to keep out all the invaders. But the invaders want to tear down our wall, so we have to make it of stone, you know? I also don't understand how a forest increases the health of these things. I don't understand a lot of things about this game. They just don't make much sense to me, you know? Is that max level? That is. And is that that is max level, alright. Actually, the wizards aren't max level. And the wall is not max level. Let's max level the wizards. 27 wizards is not bad. Alright, let's see. What do we get? That's a lot of stuff. It's a lot. We're healing for 170% of the damage we do now on those guys. And we have 6 coats of steel. No, 8 actually. And when we explode, we do 140% of our max HP. When we kill an enemy, we do 150% of our damage as damage to them. And they also electrify people. That's probably the lamest part that they do. More stacks of combustion. So yeah, when these guys kill, they do more damage. Why not? Why is that guy pink now? This guy has 15 stacks of lightning. That's actually pretty good. Especially on the knights, because they do attack. They honestly attack pretty fast compared to most other units, because most other units can't even get an attack every half a second. Too late for boars now. Alright, we can upgrade that, and nothing else. Let's sell that right there, because we're about to actually go up against a merchant. And I do want to buy things from him. Yep, more stacks of static. We got 17 there. So honestly, we're kind of wasting all of our charges on those guys, because we could have 17 more perks than this guy. So you know what? We should have just stacked all our buffs on the one guy. We shouldn't have diversified our perks at all across the multitude of them. Was that the right word? Probably not. Alright, let's buy something. Let's buy another one of those. Because why not? Honestly, are we gonna get much out of this? Here we are. We are. I don't know what I was thinking buying that. Just put this down here and upgrade them. 18 more soldiers to be slaughtered in the fight. Dang it, they're not gonna last long, but, you know, they're gonna act as cannon fodder, you know? Let's just do some random lightning strikes around the place and hopefully we get an infinity that will just erase half of them. I feel like only when we actively use it does it really do the infinity. Oh yeah, combustion. Combustion! Alright, we have 11 coats of steel, 18 combustions, 17 vampirisms, 16 explosions, and 10 statics. That's a lot. Honestly, I've severely underestimated the libraries, because I've been able to super buff these units without actually really doing anything. Alright, let's get more warlocks. King of Nature's leading his final assault. We must play all our cards. Alright, well, let's do that. Let's put a library next to a library. This one will fail no matter what, because there's nothing you can apply. Look at that, that's our final numbers of these guys. That'll be the thumbnail. Alright, well, let's see this. Not doing too good in the back line here. But look at that damage. It's a lot of damage, you know? You know what? We're gonna keep going. Let's see how far we can get in endless mode. Also, I noticed the auto-aim aims slightly in front of the units, not exactly on their location. So it often doesn't hit as many people as it should. Continue playing. Deem it acceptable, although we don't actually get to see our damage numbers. Yet. I don't think. I'm not actually sure about that. Oh yeah, that's right. Alright, the chaos has increased, enemies are now stronger. Alright, well, let's get more of these guys. We have 78 of them. We need 100. Look at that. 20, 20, 17, 12, and 11. That is a lot of buffs. Like, when these guys die, they're going to do 170% of their health as damage. Then when they kill, they do 200% of their... Oh, no, that's actually 20%. Right? What was I talking about again? I don't remember. Someone do the math on that, or you're fired. Wow. See, even with a 50% chance, 5 of those 50% chances I failed. I don't know, I have the strangest luck. Sometimes when I get like these 50-50 chances, I always win them. But if I don't always win them, I always lose them. That's sort of how it works. If I reinforce, more damage. Because really what these guys need is more damage. They don't have enough damage, you know? And if they get more damage, they'll be able to do more damage. And if you do more damage, you die less. Because if you're able to kill the enemy before the enemy kills you, then you don't get killed. Look at all that lightning. Oh, dude, and it's also going to buff the stacks to reinforce. Poison Vial. Doubles the maximum HP of units. Yeah, 1,145 HP. That seems fair to me, you know? Very fair, very balanced, you know? Fair and balanced as all things should be, you know? 1,275 health. That is fair. Fair and balanced. Totally not an exploit. It's a feature, not a bug, you know? Although I think this actually is a feature. It's not fair. It's still in the game, you know, meant to be. Clone. I'm literally doing nothing with this library. Yet I still upgraded it anyways. I'll put something next to it eventually. Yeah, look at that. I don't even know how to say anything anymore. Although, this could be bad for us. We got a lot of wizards here. We got hundreds of oh my goodness. The moment one of these guys dies... Oh my god. Dude. They have over 1,000 HP. When they die, they're gonna do over 1,000 damage. Because, dude, when they die, they'll do 190%. I'm pretty sure it's by 10% of their health is where they explode by. So they'll do 190% of their HP as damage to all nearby enemies. That is completely insane. And of course, it's fair and balanced as all things should be. Let's get more walls. Let's throw the elf in the water. Alright, elves can't swim. Everybody knows that. So we just murder those dudes. I mean, these guys got 24 stacks of that, but we're struggling. If anything, we need to remove the knights. The knights are not helping. They're taking away from our buffs. You know? We need to kill the knights. Oh, I forgot about this. So I've been wasting damage. I could have got myself killed here. Church probably just tried to turn that on auto. That wasn't even close. Because even when one of those guys does die, it literally just clears all the enemies nearby. So it's not even beneficial for the enemies to kill them. Alright, let's get more poison. Let's get 87 of them. Let's get more walls. Look at all the health in these walls. They're never breaking past. We have so much HP on these walls. Although, you know, on Friday, I'm only going to do one video, because I did do 2 videos today, but I'm going to pre-record, I think, Friday's video today. And I don't do videos on the weekends. That's my new plan. Although every time I make a plan, I never really follow through with it. Especially when it comes to YouTube. Alright, farm. I mean, farm would be nice, but really none of these things are worth taking down for our farm. Yeah, let's just sacrifice the farm for 9 coins. Alright, make war and peace. Choose between peace or war. Yeah, so a few of our... actually, none of our warlocks should be dying here, because they should have more health than the wizards. So the warlocks that are going to be dying are these ones, who have 2,000 health. Okay, yeah, that's fair. That's fair and balanced, as all things should be. Make peace with, King of Nothing, yeah. I don't need his cards right now. Oh my god. These guys actually have more HP. How does that happen? These guys were placed down first. These guys should have more HP. Although there are only 9 of them, so maybe it felt bad for him. I gave him a buff. Alright, dude. It's not fair. Our walls are indestructible and our units have more health than their entire army. And also, whenever our units do die, they just explode. They're literally like a nuclear bomb with feet. And whenever they get a kill, they trigger a massive explosion, dealing, I'll admit, pitiful damage, but still, that's pretty good. More poison. So also, plus, these guys do area of effect attacks. So they're taking multiple at a time, and they have... Oh my goodness. This is what happens when you buff someone too much. The game's lagging. This is how we deal with this. See, how you deal with wizard uprisings is you strike them with lightning. That's, that was taught to me by, Sun Tzu. You know, I met him in ancient China long ago. And he told me, Noah, the best way to stop wizard uprising is to strike them with lightning. But he said it in Chinese, so I couldn't understand what he said. You know what? We don't need those guys. These guys have been... Oh my goodness. These guys have been level 2 this entire time. I didn't even realize. That's why these guys have more health, because they were level 3. Now they have 3,000 HP. I was playing handicapped. I handicapped myself. Let's buy that. Goodness. Oh my god. I've been playing handicapped. They had less damage and less health. This is not fair. Who am I fighting against? Oh no, this the cats grow stronger. That's right. Look at this. No, the only people that are dying are the knights. And if a warlock does die, they'll literally just nuke the playing field. Yeah, 5 warlocks died, and they just nuked the playing field. Yeah, they just nuked everybody. Whenever they die, they just nuke. Everything gets nuked. You just explode. They're all dead. How much? That stuff is so much. Dude. 4,000 HP. Now the game's actually starting to lag out. We might actually crash the game. It's probably how we're gonna lose. Because again, whenever these guys die, they're doing like 100 and... Actually, let me check. They're doing like, I think that's 1,000,000 damage right there. I don't even know. Have one plot deal 900... Dude, we had just one... I was right. They did 1,000,000 damage. They did 1,000,000 damage. 1,000,000 damn. Wait, how did we fight the King of Greed if we didn't fight? If we weren't at war with him? Yeah, dude. 240% of their max HP. They literally, when they die, they kill everything. We're doing over 1,000,000 damage. Let's overinvest. 15% stat boost. More damage. More attack speed. More health. It's insane. You can probably get these guys up to 1,000,000 HP if my game doesn't crash. But honestly, dude, like when they die, that's it. That's the end of the enemies. They don't have a chance. The enemies don't get a chance. They're just dead. Doubles all your chance. Yeah, let's do this. Look at that. Dude, 58. 52, 48, 38, 34, 22, 18. That is a ton of stats. That's dude. Of course, all these things fail. Yeah. They've been upstaged by re-enchantment, so now they're crying. I honestly think my game will crash before I actually lose. Because we haven't even lost a life yet. We got 71 warlocks in there. Precision, yeah. Although, actually, we could get 22% more damage if we simply upgrade something, because we have the Reinforce. I think they have every status in the game. I can't... Actually, except for Midas Touch. We haven't unlocked Midas Touch yet. Well, the only thing I'm actually worried about is like the King of Greed like glitching behind the wall and just ending my run. Overinvest. Alright. Yeah, they almost have... They have 8,000 HP. They're about to get 10,000. Next turn they'll have 10,000 HP. That is like literally 100... We can literally do like 100,000 damage when they die. That's really all these guys are. They're literally just bombs of legs. They have a ton of other status effects, but really they're literally just bombs of legs. Like, they can do other things, but their main purpose, and what I'm betting all the damage is from their HP, plus all the status effects they have. Because look at the damage. Look at the damage. Look at the damage that we're doing. I don't know how much health these guys have, these enemies have. But it's a lot if they're able to survive all this, you know? Let's get a soldier. 99. We have 99 warlocks. All with nearly 10,000 HP. Actually now, all with 10,000 HP. Who all can destroy nearly the entire army just by dying. They might as well just do infinity damage. Alright, well, let's get overinvest merely because the game just does not want to give me anything. It's like, no. You can't have the buffs you want, no. We're not gonna allow it, you know? You're just too strong. You don't need to be making tons of money. Although, funny enough, we haven't actually gotten a single buff of precision. I feel like the more stats we put on this, the weaker we're gonna get. And really, the strongest thing I could do is get Steel Coat, Reinforce, Vampirism. Actually, probably not Vampirism, they don't really do enough damage for that. But, Combustion and the Explosion. And Steel Coat. That's probably the strongest setup. Actually, we are... Ooh. We're starting to lose. Even our insane damage is not enough. Even these guys dying is not doing enough damage. How much health do these guys have? We're doing like 1,000,000 damage, and they're not dying. That's not good. Make peace with an enemy king. Alright, we're gonna make peace with the king of progress. I never liked that guy, you know? There's just something about him. Seems evil. You can just smell it. I mean, dude, that's not even a number. 1.04 E plus 7. What does that mean? How much damage did I do? Did someone tell me in the comments what that means? Does that mean the game just can't, it just doesn't work anymore? It just can't understand how much damage that is? Is the world gonna collapse in on itself because of how high numbers I'm getting to? Somehow we actually did less damage this time than we did last time. The chaos has increased, enemies are now stronger. I'm unsure how we did less damage this time. Maybe we did a ton of damage because, like, one of our warlocks died and exploded and hit every single enemy, so it did that much damage to every enemy. Okay, yeah, there we go. We're back at the E. Whatever this means. I'm not big into math. I'm not good at math. So I have no clue what that means. Yeah, let's get Aspire. Because you're about to expire. That wasn't a very good pun. I don't even think it was a pun. Dude, even if they do get past us, these walls have tons of HP. They're dead. They're all dead. They don't stand a chance. Probably should have gone up against the King of Blood there, right? Way I can get more vampirism or something. Because honestly, now our problem is really that none of these buffs are really making us stronger. It's just not enough, you know? We need more power. If anything, the enemies are going to crash the game because of how many there are. They're all dead. Look at that. Although, we are reaching a problem here. We only have 20 warlocks left after all that. So that is becoming a problem, is our survivability. Although, you know, it's just we're not doing well, you know? Also, these guys have 63 stacks of static. But imagine those 63 stacks were instead of all of these, you know? It'd just be so much better. They're all dead. I don't even know what to say at this point. I don't even have anything to say at this point. You know what? We're gonna stop here. We're gonna save and quit. That's gonna do it for today's video. That was simply too much. It's simply too much for us, alright? But yeah, that's gonna do it. Make sure to like, subscribe, go follow me in Rumble. Comment down below what king you want to see me play next after we lose.